Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Hello, my name is SIMplieSims, and I know it has been a long time. If you have not seen the first episode of this series for the 30-day Create a Sim challenge for the month of October, I highly recommend that you go and watch it. I will place it in the cards. But if you don't have the time to go look, basically all I talked about in that video was that we are taking some new directions with my channel. I know it has been a very, very, very long time, and I do apologize for that. I know a lot of you have been asking for videos to be uploaded again or when I'm going to do so. So I kind of just went a little bit lengthy in there, but I will summarize it here. I got very busy, Sims got very crashy. That's pretty much the premise. So I took some time away, but now I'm coming back. I'm hitting you guys with 30 days of videos back to back to back, and we're gonna be doing a Create a Sim challenge. The last video and the first video of the last video posted and the first video of the series is the Create a Sim challenge. That one was my sim self. So if you guys are curious how I made my sim self, I highly recommend, again, you go check that video out. And today's video is actually going to be all one color. I chose green, because why not? I didn't really have anything spectacular in mind for it. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. I also went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to have her skin green, or she just very much likes green, that is all she wears and all she accessorizes with. So I kind of did both, but I make the character with regular skin tone, and then I add the green on later. If you guys want me to upload any of the creations from this Create a Sim challenge, please let me know. I will definitely do so and upload to the gallery. But yeah, so for now, today I am, like I said, doing a green sim. I am, again, staying on the kind of tile here that I am not using custom content. I'm not using mods. I'm just using base game to do all of the challenges and all of the videos moving forward until things get a little bit more stable. I'm hoping that that is not a lot of time, but we shall see, because there's a lot going on and I don't want to talk about it again. So if you guys are curious kind of how I touched on it, I highly recommend, again, to go watch the Sim Self video. But here I wanted to do a little bit of my style, which I'm trying to incorporate in any of the Maxis Match videos that I'm making, or the base game videos that I'm making for this 30-day challenge. I am trying to do it in my style, but I didn't know how to quite do it in my style without my CC, so this was definitely a challenge for me. But we have Miss Mila LeBlanc here. She is a botanist with collective personality traits. I did randomize a lot of her likes and dislikes, which is going to be another theme part of the Create a Sim challenge, is everything is kind of going to be random, but a lot of the making of the sim itself is by me. So the body, the face, the hair, the clothes, the makeup, all of that is going to be how I would typically do it for any other sim that I'm making with CC or without CC. So I also have Miss Mila as an animal enthusiast who's non-committal and cheery. I felt like that was kind of fitting for somebody who's in love with green. She definitely is also a gardener, so I kind of like that that is in there. And I could not for the life of me figure out what eyebrows I wanted to do for her, because everyone that I gave her, it fit her face but made her look angry, and I didn't really want her to look angry, especially if I was going to put her in green skin. But I wanted her to, you know, have a cutesy look, but also very, very I don't know, approachable, I guess. I guess that's kind of how you could go with it. And so I gave her some freckles. I absolutely love freckles. If you have freckles, I am absolutely jealous of you. I wish to obtain freckles. All of mine are on my body and not on my face. And I wish that I had cute little freckles on my nose at least. But I do have moles and like beauty marks and stuff like that on my face. So, I mean, I guess I'm blessed in that way, but I'm so jealous of the people who have freckles naturally. And then I also gave her a little bit of beauty marks on her cheek as well, just to give a little bit of asymmetry. I thought it would be a little bit more realistic for somebody, because I'm trying to have like a more realistic approach with this as well. I know, again, with the last sim I did was my sim self, and I tried to be very realistic with that. And that's kind of how I'm going with this Create a Sim challenge too, is each one gets a little less realistic. They kind of take more of a cartoony way with it, or a very less lifelike and realistic approach, and more of like a Sims approach. So I think this series is going to be really, really fun. Also a good challenge for me to kind of lead you guys into the new Let's Play that we're going to be doing as well, which I talked a little bit in the Sim Self video. I don't want to give a lot of information away about it, just because I still want there to be some sort of element of surprise. So all I'm going to say is it is going to be base game, playthrough, and a little bit out of my comfort zone of what I would typically play, what I would typically do with Sims. So I hope you guys like it, because I had really a lot of fun playing it for the first time, because I haven't done something like that in a very, very, very long time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I always like to hear your guys' feedback, and I also love to chat and communicate with you guys while I can, because there's only so very many of you right now, but I know once I get a little bit bigger, it's going to be a bit harder, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it so I can talk to all of you guys, because I love hearing from you guys. But of course we will tackle that when we get to that point in my YouTube career. For now, we are a cozy, comfy community where we value respect and being kind. So that is so awesome that we are, there, and I hope it continues, because I always advocate for kindness. Kindness is free. Why not? So, as you can see with Miss LeBlanc here, I did the two-tone hair from, I'm not exactly sure what pack that is from. I do apologize. I know you guys can see the icons, so if you guys know what pack that is and somebody's asking, please help. Otherwise, ask me. I'll look it up for you and I'll let you know. Or I'm sure just a quick search of the icon itself should bring up what pack that is from. But I did the two-tone because I liked the light and dark green that for her. I think it gives a little bit more of a contrast to her. And then I tried to find as many cool green tattoos for her, because I didn't want it to be like overly her just covered in green. I wanted to have contrast of like black and other colors, like white and red, and things that are going to look very nice and very tattooy, and anything that's really just going to give some sort of pop, but also stay in that category of, hey, I love green. So there was only a select few, and I started messing with the contrast, the saturation, brightness, stuff like that, to try and get something that was a little bit more ideal for what I was looking for. But I think with what I found with that arm piece on her left arm, I liked that it had that kind of black contrast and a very nice green. And so I thought I could do that with this dragon one from, I believe this is For Rent. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not good at the pack names. There's so many to name. But that is also the last one that I bought, which is the For Rent pack. I haven't bought any since then, just because it's a personal preference of mine. I feel like they're overly expensive and we don't really get much from them, and a lot of the time they end up breaking the game anyways. So that's the last one that I'm on. I'm probably not going to get any others, but if you guys are liking any of the new packs, go ahead and let me know. I'm curious about business and hobbies when it works. I'm also kind of interested in the Adventure Awaits pack too, just because I liked in theory, the ideas that they're putting into it. I don't see it working the way that it's being advertised, but we'll see. I don't know. You guys have to let me know. And so I did, for her right arm, I did just do this black piece. I thought it was very fitting for her personality. I don't know why. I figured that she would like it. I feel like she's a person who likes weird and crazy things. So I kind of ran with it. I felt like that was the only really weird one that we had for the right arm. And then I tried to fit this very water and plant tattoo on her back, but I couldn't quite get the green that I wanted. And then it was just like that very, very ugly orange. So I didn't really like it. And honestly, I think I kind of moved on because I tried to do some upper tattoos, but they just were not working out at all. So I went back to the one from Get to Work. That's like the very alien type tattoos. I do hope that they start incorporating more base game tattoos, because I know with businesses and hobbies, you have the ability to create whatever you want. But those of us who don't have that pack and genuinely don't have any desire to get it, we don't have any of those fun tattoos. So I hope we get more, especially now since I'm doing only base game things. I'm not buying any new packs, and I'm also not getting new CC because, again, it's just going to stay literally just Sims unmodded. I hope we get some more because I love tattoos, I love piercings, I love my Sims to have all of those things, and we're very scarce on those type of accessories. So hopefully we will get a little bit more of them. And then we have just a little bit of some, what is it called? The, like bracelets and stuff like that. I added a little bit of them, but there weren't very many, again, that were not obnoxious for the green, and also like didn't look childish or something of the sort, because she is a young adult. Of course she can have kid styled jewelry. That's just not kind of what I was looking for her for this specifically. But yeah, and then I kind of just decided on some very basic green nails that weren't too flashy but also weren't too in your face either. I think it creates a really good contrast with her skin tone as well, which I think a lot of the green that I chose for her makeup, tattoos, and her accessories are a very nice green contrast to her skin tone. I think it suits her very, very well. I think the only thing that doesn't really fit her is the blush, but I'm not good at the sliders on creating good color tones. So, and I'm also colorblind, so there's not a lot to really work with when I'm trying to do contrast of colors that I can't really see. It may look good to me, but then I have other people look at it and they're like, that doesn't look right. So, hopefully we get more makeup stuff too, because we only have those 2 eyelashes and they're awful. There's no way to remove the eyelashes that are given to you by eye presets either. And I mean, I'm sure some of you guys are extremely talented, but I am not talented enough to create what eye shape I need with no eyelashes. I use a lot of presets. Just, I don't know. I can't. I've tried. I can't. And so all of these, I kind of give her 2 looks. One that's a little bit more flashy, one that's a little bit more, she's just going to a casual party. And I think I did very well. I'm going to say this quite often, but I would, of course, love to hear what you guys think. I think she's super cute. I absolutely love her hair. I definitely want to do a little bit more with her, but I mean, who knows? Maybe we do a playthrough with her. Maybe we do a playthrough with any of the Sims that I make through this 30-day challenge. I don't know. We'll find out at the end of the month. And keep in mind, there is something really, really great that's going to happen on Halloween, October 31st. I am going to do something very, very fun. And I hope that you guys are going to like it, because I am having a really good, fun time thinking about doing this. And I think it'll be a really good way to bring in Halloween, especially since, I don't know about you guys, it feels a lot more like Halloween this year than any of the years since COVID, to be honest. But that's just me, and a few other people that I've talked to as well. But this year definitely feels heavily like Halloween, and it makes me so excited. So yeah, I definitely have some stuff planned towards the end of the month, so keep a lookout. And of course, there will always be some announcements about it. And I will try to keep you guys updated as best as I can. I'm still new to quite a few things, just because I'm not an avid social media user. But I can get my way around and I can work at the basic things. So hopefully they're not as intricate as I was thinking, and I can learn a little bit more with this 30-day challenge too for social media, and give you guys some more fun stuff. That's not just, Sims content. Or not Sims, like video content. I can give you guys more posts online, and they look a little bit neater, and they look a little bit more fun and inviting. And something like that. So I did like this cover for her hair, and I know it may not be like culturally appropriate, but I thought it would be something that she would be in, just because she likes to keep her hair, very nice. Look at it, it's green. She doesn't want the green to bleed on her pillows if the dye that she uses is not a bleedless dye, or she doesn't get it professionally done. She has that protection of her pillows, but also I think she also likes to keep her hair kind of neat at night. She doesn't want to look crazy. She's got bangs. We got to make sure that those bangs, stay where they're supposed to be. So I think that little wraparound is just absolutely perfect for a little bit of contrast in her clothing styles. So that way we can get a little bit more in there. And it's not just like green in your face all the time. Yeah, so I've been using this dress a lot. I'm sorry, you're probably going to see it a lot more. Is that that 2-sectioned dress For Rent, I believe. That, or it's from the the wedding pack, whatever that one's called. I think it's from that. I'm not exactly sure, but I like it a lot. I like the colors. I like the style of it. So unfortunately, you guys are going to see me using that a lot as a default go-to, just because I think it's so cute. So yeah. And we're pretty much done here. I just wanted these socks and shoes on a lot of her outfits, because I also like to stay consistent with my Sims. If I pick out a couple of shoes, I try to use them in other outfits. So that way it's, a little bit more realistic. You're not going to have a shoe for every outfit, or maybe you are. I just personally do not. So I try to reuse my shoes. I try to reuse, certain parts of outfits to kind of look nice. Or not look nice, but kind of keep it cohesive, and make it a little bit more realistic, because, Sims spawn things out of nowhere, and we don't. We grab it out of the closet. We grab it from the shoe rack. We get our things quite often from our environment, and that's not really the case with Sims. So this is the final product of Mila. I gave her a little bit of a description. I need to change it though. If you guys do want me to put it on the gallery, I will make sure that all of their descriptions are a little bit more streamlined to the same style, because I did start giving like stories and stuff like that to them, but I didn't post them. I have them saved in my library. So again, you guys are going to have to let me know if you want me to upload these to the gallery, or if you would like to just continue to watch these videos and then see what I put out, and see what kind of characters we make. And you'll also have to let me know if we should do a playthrough with any of these characters through this month that I make. But that is it for now. I hope you guys have an amazing day, evening, morning, whatever, and I'll see you soon.